Okay. So with all of, you're waving to yourself.
No, the bag's in front of me, so I was.
It isn't. Your face. Look, your face is higher above the bag than mine is, so you're fine because the camera's up there.
I know it's up there, but I had the bag in front of me here.
Okay.
So.
All right. So hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Philly. Welcome to my channel. Once a month, we are trying to do a try or buy, which is finding a local Philly place to do takeout. And by and large, we're trying to do places that really would rely on their takeout as well. Either A, they're fully takeout, or B, they don't have a lot of seating inside, or they're not known for their inside experience. So, but I will fully say that the choice for today's focus is purely selfish. It has been so hot this summer in Philadelphia, and you know, I've been thinking about a lobster. I don't know, summer and lobster rolls like always go together for me. And then we had gone on a family vacation to Acadia in Maine, and we had, in fact, if you recall, one of the things I said to you was, I want to eat lobster so much that I'm sick of it.
Yep.
And guess what? I was never sick of it.
We ate lobster pretty much every day.
We couldn't eat like enough to make us sick of it. Like,
it wasn't just lobster rolls; it was like whole lobsters. I mean, it was.
And honestly, I've never had lobster until I had lobster up there.
Yeah,
like, I mean, I have.
It was great,
but it was nothing compared to the freshness and. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So, so I know that I don't have that expectation for tonight's meal. Because I've learned that once you go up there, nothing beats it. Nothing that you can get, I think, anywhere else really beats it.
But we've eaten at Luke's Lobster.
Years ago,
and we actually ate in Luke's Lobster.
Yes.
Remember?
So before we moved to Philly, it was quite a few years ago, like probably 4 or 5 years ago, we were craving a lobster roll. This is before the family trip.
Yep.
So we did not know what we did not know yet. And we went there for the lobster roll, and they were tasty, you know, and we had no idea like what Maine would be like at that point. So it is different because we've been to Maine now.
Right.
So
and then the last time we were going to go back, and I said this in the last stream,
oh yeah,
we got in a car accident and we had to
I don't know why he brings that up. That's like a bad, I tend to not bring up my bad memories, but that's the difference between us. So I'm just only good at that.
That it is.
So, but I am anxious to, we've never ordered from them takeout. And part of this content when we're doing try or buy is to see what the takeout experience is like. Because a lot has changed once the pandemic hit and takeout had new value and meaning to a lot of people. Yeah. And so kind of want to let you know what the takeout experience is. So as you might remember, I just lost something I was saving. I knew that would happen. I knew something was going to happen that was going to make things be a little tricky. 1 second here. So while I'm getting up what I was wanting to get up for the stream today, my little notes upon Luke's Lobster. There we go. I totally lost my train of thought now. But we do have a rating system that we created just to really give you information. And then after the stream, whatever we decide, I will make sure and put down under the description. Because so right now, if you look under description, you can see what we rated on. We rate it on Friendliness if we get to meet them, and we this one we didn't because I just did it through their takeouts through DoorDash. And so if there is an opportunity to talk with anyone from the business, you know, that's where that can come into play. Packaging, portion, presentation, aroma, temperature, texture, taste, and then an overall rating. So at the end, we will be doing that. I got a bunch of different things for us to taste, so I'm super excited. It's going to definitely be a tasting menu. We love doing tasting menus when we go out to eat at restaurants if they have one, because we just love to like try a bunch of things. So you're gonna be very excited about what I ordered, because he doesn't even know what I ordered.
I have no idea.
Tonight. So, but before we do so, I know that we're both very hungry, because not even if we weren't hungry, we would still be hungry for lobster rolls. But I did want to tell you a little bit about the business, because Luke's Lobster is in a variety of different places across the country. Mm-hmm. There's one in Philadelphia, and they are what they're known for, what they pride themselves on is that they get their lobster, shrimp, and crab. It's sustainably sourced, and they serve it in a split top New England style bun with a swipe of mayo, lemon butter, and secret seasoning. So they are a family-owned Maine seafood business, but I think you might find this interesting, that when they began as a tiny lobster roll shack in New York City. And the reason is because Luke, from the family, he was unable to find authentic lobster rolls. And so he wanted, and it was 2009, he wanted to get so what do you do when you can't find what you want? You open a place. And that's honestly the best restaurants have happened that way. So that's kind of a cool story. So he and his partner, Ben Conniff, and their team launched and built the first 10 shacks, sourcing this world's best lobster from Maine. And they were actually from the fishermen that Luke's father, Jeff's, through his seafood business.
No. His father is Darth Vader.
His father's Darth Vader? What?
Forget it.
Okay. I think I missed
You'll get that later.
Oh, Luke is... Okay, I see. He's being funny. Oh,
sorry.
I love it. So in any event, in 2013... so that was in 2009. 2013, they opened up its own seafood purchasing and production business in Maine, Saco, Maine. And they were buying directly from the fishermen they know and trust, because they wanted that good, yummy seafood to make it on our plates here. So in 2018, you might have noticed that you started seeing in some grocery stores, they flash froze their lobster meat tails, and they have them in some grocery stores. And then in
Have you seen them in grocery stores?
No, but I've not looked.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I can't say, I mean, I usually don't want to, I usually don't want to buy like frozen lobster. So
Okay.
And in 2020, when the restaurants were closing and markets for sustainable seafood were vanishing, Luke launched its online market to bring seafood direct from Maine to places all over the country. So you could go right now and you could order a lobster roll from them to your home, wherever you are. So they believe in 3 core values: taste, transparency, and purpose. And the transparency talks a lot about the sustainability of their seafood and where they get their seafood from, and belief in their products. And they've also been a certified B Corporation since 2018. That was something important to them. And basically, they are businesses that meet the highest standards of verified social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability to balance profit and purpose. So this is a business that is not like all businesses in America. And I thought it was cool to find all this out about them. And then lastly, this I thought was really, really cool. They've switched to buying 100% renewable energy. They've supported solar installations in Maine, and they made aggressive efficiency improvements in their production facility as they work to complete our first carbon footprint assessment. So they're looking to really, not only get sustainable seafood, but really not make a large footprint. So I just thought, there's a lot of the things that a lot of us care about. So I just thought that was cool. So I wanted to share that. Cool. So now to the food, though. So in fact, you know what, I want to get to this just so I don't forget to let you know what I got. So what I got for us today was I got a combo that had 2 of their kind of seasonal flavors. One of them and I better put that back up because now I forgot what that was. One of them is a truffle butter lobster roll.
So that'll be good for us.
Never had that. Wait, okay. I'm sorry. Does anyone ever look at having a lobster roll as being health food? Yes. Unless you're just putting lobster on a whole wheat bun with just maybe some vinegar and a tiny bit of oil.
Which we're never doing.
Yeah. So I just think that's funny that you even said that, because that was interesting. Nope. Just wait. Let me just tell you what you're having first. Let me get to the menu real quick. Sorry, friends. This is 50 for you because I can't remember what exactly, because the one has a certain name. So I want to make sure I get the name right. Okay. So we have a combo that has a half of a truffle butter lobster roll, a half of a spicy mala lobster roll. I don't know. It just sounds really good. I don't know. I think it's like maybe some sort of well, I don't know if it's more Indian or, Far Eastern Asian. I'm not sure, but and then it's going to also have just a lemon butter roll. And the reason I got those was, number one, to taste all those, and two, because one of my favorite kinds of ways to get lobster rolls, which is what we did when we were in Maine, is the Connecticut way, which is just butter. And I will say Luke's Lobster Roll is the traditional Maine with the mayo. I mean, it's light, but it has all that other stuff. It was cold, whereas the Connecticut one is warm. So then the other thing I did, and those will each be 2 ounces. And then the other thing I did was just get a 6 ounce, a larger one of their traditional lobster roll. Because we haven't had that in a long time.
Good.
And I also, if we're going to do lobster, let's do it, right? So they come automatically with,
Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. Can you just gently take that off? It's stapled.
Oh.
So this is the little bag it came in. They each come with Cape Cod chips. You could choose salt and vinegar, or you could pay a little extra for a slaw. I really like Cape Cod chips, so I did that. They come with some napkins. Oh, I see here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this, I'm assuming, is the 6 ounce. Oh, we've got, this is interesting.
What is that, butter?
It's butter, but I'm not really quite sure. I guess unless you want to put extra butter on. Interesting. Okay, so I'm assuming this is going to be the combo, and this is going to be the 6 ounce.
What is that?
So let me first open it up so you all can see. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to want to get a picture.
That looks pretty.
Does look pretty. So let me show y'all. First, let me get a quick pick.
I'm just going to move this.
No, I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to put it.
But you can't see.
Yeah, but right now I need to take a quick picture, darling, of the real stuff, so that when I share it, I can make sure I have the real deal picture. Okay. And then we will show. So this is the 6 ounce. So you can see that. 6 ounce. So it has it's tossed, and it has some sort of herbs on top.
Whatever it is, it's smelling really good right now.
I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the combo. Just put that down a little bit. Okay, and it looks like, here's I think just the lemon butter. This is the mala, because it has a sauce on it, I think, and this is probably the truffle butter. That's my guess.
It smells pretty good.
So okay. So I think what we're going to do is, we gotta smell it, right? So you smell that, and I'll smell this. Thank you.
Smells pretty good.
Oh yeah, smell the herbs. I don't really smell the lobster just because, which is good. You don't want it to smell fishy. I guess that's if you want to put extra butter on, but like it's not. I'm not really sure about this. Do people just dip? Like, do they melt this and dip? I've never done that. Would never do that.
I'm probably gonna try it, but
it's not, honey. It's not melted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's fine.
All right. Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So, oh, that smells just like buttered lobster.
Yeah, that's what I was smelling.
And that's the mall, I think, and this is the truffled. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Instead of doing the fancy flavors, I think we should go like least flavor to most flavor. So first thing we're gonna do is we're going
do you want to put down packaging, because we have had the
right,
packaging.
but we don't need to. I'm not gonna, you can do it right now. I'm gonna wait till the end to kind of look at it. So I brought knives, so I'm going to basically cut these.
I'm gonna open up my Cape Cod.
All right, you do that
for a palate cleanser.
So we'll start with the lemon butter. I'm going to give you the bigger one. Make note that I'm giving him the bigger one, because the next one I'm going to make sure I get the big one. Just saying.
I'm bigger than you. So which one is this?
Just the lemon butter.
Just going to dip it in that buttery thing.
It's tasty. The lobster's clean tasting. The only thing that I will say, because I want to be honest, is with it being a lemon butter, I would have liked it to be warm. Maybe it's warm when you get it in, but it's not warm now. I'm going to be honest. Like, it's not warm, and it feels almost a little cool. And I will say one thing we did after we had those delicious Maine lobster rolls is I did make lobster rolls for us, remember? Mm-hmm. And what's important to do is just not toss it with lemon butter, but it has to be warmed in the lemon butter, so that when you put it in the roll, you actually are putting warm lobster with butter on your roll. So if they're doing, that's all I'm saying. It's like, to me, it tastes like cold lobster that was tossed with butter. It's tasty, but it doesn't have the warmth that I would love. Just being honest.
Just
being honest.
the other side of the argument.
Yeah.
That remember that we got it a couple minutes ago, and so we were having conversation. So it probably did cool off a little bit.
It just, my gut says that the lobster was cold, because I don't think the lobster could get that cold from being originally warm. That's just I'm just guessing. I'm just.
It was real.
I'm always going to be
really
honest
tasty.
with y'all. It's delicious, but it's not warm at all. So I'm just. So now this one I expect to be cool, because this is their. It says a wild lobster on it. This was the 6 ounce. Okay. So you could have done a 4 ounce. This is more expensive. So this has their traditional Maine lobster salad in it.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to be a bite. How'd you do that so nice?
Very Danny. That's pretty good.
Now, see, that one I actually enjoy more because I know it's supposed to be cold. Does it make sense? Like, I love lobster warm in butter on a roll. That's my favorite way to have it. But if it's not going to be warm, I almost would rather that, because it's what I would expect it to be, which is cold. The lobster's very good. Excellent
Really
texture. Cooked perfectly.
Yeah, it really is. I like this one, but it's weird. I like the first one better.
Well, I think because I do prefer it with just the butter. It's just I wish it was warm. That's just the only thing that.
Right.
Okay, so we've had
It could also be
the lemon butter.
I'm just shockingly hungry right now. So
the traditional Maine lobster salad. And then I think what we'll do before we go, because I feel like this is going to have a little more flavor, the mala. So we'll do the truffle butter. We'll try that.
Okay.
Now, truffle. Yummo. Well, this is going to be hard to cut in half because it's kind of.
Let's do your best. It's pretty good.
Oh my.
Well there.
Okay, that.
I can use my fork a little bit.
Sure. This is the truffle butter one.
Oh, run away. Oh boy.
So everything's delicious. Maybe that's the lemon one. Like, I don't taste truffle. So maybe, was the other one truffle?
I think so.
Okay, I'm just going to take some lobster.
I think that's why I like the other one so much.
Okay, let me just try it. I can't tell.
It's really good. The buns are great with the toasted, obviously, and a fair amount of butter.
And you can specify that it's
and-
not if you want. By the
Oh,
way.
really?
On their site, on DoorDash, you can say, like, if you don't want the butter on the bun or whatever. So both of the butter ones are good. They're neither are warm, but they're both good meat, all that stuff. Andy said he liked the other one a little better. I don't know. I almost have to have another bite to see. I can't tell which one I like better, but my main thing is I love truffle things, and I know what truffle tastes like. I really don't taste
I
any.
think there's a lot of truffle in there.
What?
There wasn't a lot of truffle.
No, so I couldn't even tell which one had truffle. So if you like a really light truffle, then that's a good thing. But I really couldn't tell. So I'm gonna have another bite just to make sure.
I think the first one was truffle.
I know, but
The second one was the.
But I ate the rest
lemon.
of that one and I still couldn't tell.
Well,
So they're both good, but they both taste like butter. The truffle butter one to me, and I think it's a little more expensive.
Right.
I
Probably not worth it. Probably just to go with
it.
it. But it was.
But you can't get just lemon butter.
That was the one I liked the most.
Yeah, but you can't get just lemon butter, so that was interesting.
Yep.
I also wonder if at the store, if that does come out warm. I'd hope it would.
Yep.
So, okay. So we've tried 3. The last one is the mala, which looks really interesting. I'm gonna go this way instead. Oh my goodness.
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
You're going to give me the one that's a mess, aren't you?
Yeah, but it also has more lobster, so
Keep that.
Yeah, I am going to keep that, definitely. So it has some sort of sauce, which looks really good. Just want to taste that sauce. Ooh, it's spicy. Ooh,
It is spicy. Wow.
Is it like Thai?
Yeah.
Almost tastes Thai to me.
It's very, I mean, it's got a bite to it.
Ooh. I mean, it has nothing to do with lobster, but.
So the sauce is really good. The lobster's obviously good. Me, because I love lobster and I love lobster rolls.
I know what you're going to say.
I just don't need it. I don't need and there's nothing wrong with it. The sauce is great.
The sauce is
I'd love
awesome.
It on
Anything.
I'd love it on something else.
I'd love to dip fries in it.
But yeah, that would be good. But
I agree. The sauce.
I just don't need it on a lobster roll.
If you get lobster rolls all the time, or if you don't care for lobster very much, but you love like spicy Thai food, because it kind of gives me that Thai vibe, then get the mala, because then that's what you'll taste mostly. Excellent sauce.
Yeah, it's
Again,
great
I would
sauce.
love to dip fries or chips or celery or whatever it is. Excellent sauce. But I agree.
Just don't need
If
it.
I have a lobster roll, I love lobster personally. So I want to taste all the lobsteriness. I want all that. I do. I want it to be as lobstery as possible.
We're making up new words.
Buttery. Oh, I want that though. So the only reason I wouldn't get this is delicious. But the only reason I wouldn't get this is because I really just want to taste the lobster. The sauce is, so it's really no offense, because some people like to jazz things up. I mean, there's people that I know that put hot sauce in everything, so they would love this because it's spicy. It's got
But not too spicy.
no, but for some people, it probably if you're sensitive to spice,
yeah, it'd be too much.
you wouldn't like that.
It's
Yeah,
not-
but
it's not
this is
really that
delicious.
spicy.
It's delicious. But I agree. I like it to taste lobster. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
And we know the chips are good because
Chips are awesome.
they're Cape Cod chips. They're one of the best chips. Although we get reduced fat, so these are like a little treat. These are full fat. Do they taste different things?
No.
Their reduced fat are so good.
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna do our little score, and then we're
So
gonna
what is it,
reveal.
1 to 5, right?
Yep.
5 being the best.
So you're not gonna tell me. You're just gonna do it, and then we'll talk.
So what'd you do for packaging?
We're not talking. Do I have to include him next time? Okay.
Done.
Will you go away?
You're very indecisive.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So what did you put for packaging?
4.
I did a 4 also. I mean, because what I like is that it's a sturdy box, and it's also recycle. I mean, it's going to not recycle, but it'll decompose in the landfills. But then it has like a little dishes
Separators.
that help with the and I'm sure they use these when they're putting it together too.
And for the sample,
That was nice too.
it was nice because they were all separate.
Yep.
So,
And it was a sturdy bag that it came in.
right, we had torn
is
the
nice.
bag when it
was
first came.
stapled.
So right.
Yeah, so it was stapled. And
So it
everything.
was stapled and it was in good
Which is
shape.
actually good too, because, and no offense to anyone that delivers, but you know, they staple it, so you would know if there was any funny business
Right.
going into your food, because it would be, and it came to us stapled, so we know there was no funny business. Portion.
Well, I mean, I think the portion was appropriate. I said 3.5 because,
That's what I said.
but I just, you know, and this is just me being.
It's because it's expensive. I'm just going to be honest.
I would have
And-
wanted more. I mean, I could always
Oh,
take more.
and
with
it's
lobster
and it's
rolls.
pricey, and so yeah,
But it
I'm
was-
gonna
But it was appropriate for what we were supposed to get.
in Philly,
Correct.
because if we're in Maine, it would have been bigger.
Yeah, it's a.
And cheaper.
But
Because it's
different,
Maine.
A little
Yeah.
bit different world.
Yep. So I put 3/4, so 3.5. Presentation.
4.
I did 4 also. I thought they looked lovely. They looked all very appetizing. I don't think you're going to get that from my picture as much because of the lighting. If it was really good lighting, you'd be able to see it better.
Yep.
Aroma.
4.
I did
Smelled
4
great.
also. Smelled yummy. Absolutely. Temperature.
Well, because you, I think,
No, do yours.
I know.
It can be different.
I did 3 because
wow.
you were talking about it, but
I did.
I didn't mind it, quite frankly. But I did 3 because I think I took your lead.
So I did a 3.5 because the cold was supposed to be cold. Like there was cold ones. Like the mala was supposed to be cold, and the I can't wait to eat this when we're off camera. The lobster salad was supposed to be cold, so I didn't want to, you know, I did not want to forget about that. But because of the warmth, I put 3.5.
So I took your lead and I scored it less than what you did.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
always change.
All right.
Texture.
Texture was great, 5.
I did 5. That's so funny. We're both the same on that. It was awesome. It was cooked perfectly. It was good lobster, no
Yep.
mush. Yummy. Taste.
5.
I put
For
a
me.
4 or 5 only
I
because
thought the lobster was really
because
was great.
if the truffle sang truffle, I didn't want to get 5. To me would be perfect.
I was going more towards the lobster and the rolls. The
I was going
rolls,
through everything.
Both of them
so,
were.
yeah. So
were
I
great.
did a 4.5. So it's pretty
Okay.
high. Overall,
I did a 4.
I did a 4.
Pretty similar.
See, we're pretty similar. Absolutely. All right. So Luke's Lobster in Philadelphia or wherever you are, and this is a cool one to do because I know a lot of people watch us that are in different parts of the country. And if you are in a different country,
Matt said, "Dad looks ready to eat." Oh, I am.
yeah, it was good. I know it's not your cup of tea, but the lobster was very good. So, but Luke's Lobster is in some places. So some people watching this might have a Luke's Lobster nearby.
Yep.
So definitely either go eat there. It's super simple inside. We've eaten there inside before. Very casual. You can bring, it is BYO, so you could bring beer or
Was it?
wine. Yeah,
I
if
don't
you want
remember
to. They don't serve alcohol. In fact, I don't think they serve any traditional sodas. They're one of the places I think that serve like specialty sodas and things.
I don't remember that.
So anyways, you can do that, but you can also order. They were all good. Really, my biggest thing was the temperature of the ones with butter, and I didn't feel like the truffle, which I love truffle. The truffle to me, I didn't want to overpower the lobster, but I really didn't taste it. So that was just a little disappointing. But excellent. And if you are craving lobster rolls like I am,
It's a great,
then you should
great
do
place
that.
to go.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we did it.
I'm glad we did it because we're getting our lobster craving. So we will have all of the ratings down below when this video, soon after the video is done, so that we'll have this for you. And I hope whatever you're eating tonight is delicious. And
Future?
sent that at the beginning of the stream. Oh, okay. Sorry, we weren't paying attention.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
Matt.
Sorry, we weren't paying attention. But at least if we weren't paying attention, it was to family, right? And so we can do that because they'll still love us no matter what, right, Maddie? Coming up this weekend on Friday, I'm going to be making just a very simple summer meal. It's from Giada De Laurentiis. It's her lemon spaghetti. And it's just so, if you like lemon, it is one of my favorite things. So I'm gonna make that.
Do we find out if she's coming or not?
First of all, she's not, but everyone knows that. But I almost hope she would, because he'll be away, and wouldn't that be funny? But
I wouldn't leave. I would stay.
So it'll just be me for that. But if you want a super simple summer dish, please join me for that. It's probably going to be at 5, but I might be pushing it back a little bit. So make sure and follow me on Philly Live on Twitter, so that you can see what the time is. And then next week we're going back to cocktails, and I forgot which cocktail. Do you want to take a peek?
I don't know where to go.
Oh, because you don't have that. Right. I'll look. I'll take a quick peek and show you what is our cocktail next week. Because I forget. I should have. I always think I'm going to write everything down, and then I don't.
Is it a fuzzy navel?
It is not. Oh my gosh, but we should do that. Wouldn't that be fun?
That was no.
No, I know.
No.
But I mean, we should do that, because that would be a fun flashback. Okay, let me get to my page. 1 second. Oh goodness. There we go. Okay. So next week is, drum roll. Ooh, a Hugo Spritz.
What the heck
is
that?
Spritz means, what does a Spritz mean?
What's Hugo mean?
Spritz means bubbles, and Hugo, you'll just have to wait and see.
All right.
But it's definitely an Amy drink, because it's got bubbles.
Okay.
But it'll be great for summer also, and that's one of the reasons I thought it'd be good to share, because it's a nice, light, and refreshing cocktail. So that'll be next week on Wednesday. All right. So until we eat again, we hope you have a great week, and I will see you this weekend, and we'll see you next week with cocktails. Thank you, friends. Oh, and be sure to like and subscribe.